Since the beginning of time, man has documented thousands of creatures not believed to exist. The Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, and UFOs all have been seen upon this earth. None of these strange phenomena were believed to be true until 2 years ago, when an ambitious police officer stumbled upon the greatest scientific discovery of the 21st century. Coming up, the tragic story of Levi Hurd and his amazing discovery. Levi J. Hurd, born April 1st, 1982. Just an average boy living in the small town of Barnum, Minnesota. He played sports and hunted a variety of animals. An excellent marksman and a young man with growing morals, Levi dreamed of becoming a police officer. He had an extreme love for nature and spent the majority of his free time roaming the woods with his camera, filming endless hours of animal activity. The first report to surface was from 2 campers who claimed to see Bigfoot in a local forest.
We wanted to celebrate the end of our 3rd full year of college.
We hiked for a few hours until we came across a really beautiful lake. It seemed like the perfect spot to camp, or so we thought.
I put up the tent while Allie walked over and checked out the lake.
We spent the last few hours of the day just lying on the beach and watching the sunset.
It was cold that night. There was a full moon, and neither one of us could sleep very well.
I was so scared. The wolves would not stop howling.
We were both pretty scared.
And that's when we first heard it. We heard footsteps right outside of the tent.
We couldn't move. Something was out there.
At first we thought it was a bear.
It sounded as though it had left.
Kyle got out, but I was still way too scared to get out of the tent.
And that's when we saw it.
Intrigued by this curious report, Levi sought out Professor Swanson, a cryptozoologist specializing in studies of Bigfoot.
When Levi first came to me, he didn't know much more about Bigfoot than what you can learn about in Hollywood films. So for the first few times that we met, I told him about the basics of Bigfoot. Bigfoot is a unique creature. There are thousands of sightings each year, yet their existence is still considered mythical. Bigfoot, or Sasquatch, fully grown, are reported to range up to 8 feet tall. Footprints have measured up to 24 inches. It's a nocturnal creature, appearing mostly at night to gather food. They're not mean or scary, rather they're a shy race, hiding behind trees in an attempt to avoid confrontation.
Levi was very invested. His visits became almost routine until the second sighting. A man hiking through the same area as the 2 campers made this emergency phone call from his cell phone.
911, what is your emergency?
Oh my God, okay, you gotta help me. I've been attacked. I ran deep into the forest. I don't know where I am. I'm scared. I'm
Sir.
so scared.
Sir, are you okay, sir? Are you hurt or wounded?
No, I'm fine. Just really scared. I think it's coming to get me.
Sir, who attacked you? Do you know who's chasing you?
God, it's not a man. It's Bigfoot.
Bigfoot? Sir, where are you?
Shh. It's coming. God, here it comes. Ah!
2 reported sightings of a Bigfoot-like creature coming from the same area. This seemed more than just a coincidence. Officer Hurd decided to take matters into his own hands. Levi prepared not only for a weekend in the forest, but for a chance to capture a legend. Being an amateur filmmaker, Levi brought his camera with, capturing his every action. Here, Officer Hurd is at what seems to be the campsite the students were using. He doesn't find any suspicious tracks or signs along the shore.
One of the reasons why people haven't found many Bigfoot footprints out in the wilderness is because the ground is covered with all this leaves and sticks and stuff. It's kind of hard to leave a sign, you know. This is the area Bigfoot's living in. Stuff's pretty well covered. It's gonna be hard to leave a track, you know. But we're gonna keep looking. Alright, what you're going to see here is what Professor Swanson calls the mud circle. Except for the mud.
The concept of the mud circle is to dig up a large area of ground and then place the bait in the center. When the animal walks up to the bait, it leaves its footprints in the mud.
After setting his trap, there was one other thing Levi wanted to try: communicating with the beast.
Sasquatch is reported to communicate through whoops and howls, and along with banging large logs against trees.
Although Levi didn't find any signs of a Bigfoot, it was that first night in which Bigfoot confirmed its existence.